factor polynomials, common factor. All right, so the rectangle below has an area of 55x to the 6 plus 22x to the 4. I actually forgot to write that down. I'm writing that down right now. Plus 22x to the 4. The width of the rectangle is equal to the greatest common monomial factor of 55x6 and 22x4. So the width of the rectangle is equal to the greatest common monomial factor. So they're saying that this right here is a monomial, and it's the greatest common factor of both of these. So what's the greatest factor of both 55 and 22? Well, I have this problem written down over here. So we want to first figure out the factors of both these numbers, and that's the width. And whatever's left over will be the length. So we can pull out, well, let's factor both these things. So 55 can be made of 1 times 55. 2 does not go into that. 3 does not go in. If you don't know these, just grab a calculator and check them. So 55 divided by 2 does not. Okay, 55 divided by 3 does not. Divided by 4. So if a 2 does not go into it, then no even numbers will go into it. So we can skip 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, you know, all those numbers. So 55 divided by 5, this does go into it, and we get 5 times 11. So we know 6 does not. Let's try 55 divided by 7. No. 55 divided by 9. Oops, that's not 9. That's 9. And that does not. And then finally we have 11. So we've already got all of our factors of 55. Let's do 22. We have 1, 22, 2 times 11. Those are common. 3 does not, 4 does not, 5 does not, 6 does not, 7 does not, 8 does not, 9 and 10 do not. So our largest common factor is 11. All right. So that's the number. And then we can have how many x's in both? 11x to the 4. Okay. So we know 11 x to the 4 goes there. That's our width. Okay. Remember, it gave us right here the width of the rectangle is equal to the greatest common monomial factor. That's one factor. Now we can go to the length and figure out what we need left to make each of these two terms. So this term will be 11x to the 4. That's 55x to the 6, right? You can see that right there. And this is 22x to the 4. So what times 11 equals 55? Well, we know that's 5. And how many more x's do we have? We have x squared. Over here, it's 11 times what? 2 equals 22. And it's x to the 4, so we just leave it there. So it's 5x squared plus 2 times 11x4. So the width is 11x to the 4. I'm going to hit tab to pop down the next window. Tab twice, actually. Okay, tab's not working like I wanted to. And then this one's going to be the length is 5x squared plus 2. And slope, and there it goes. It's right. Question 2 is factor the polynomial by its greatest common monomial factor. So this want the monomial out of here. So we're only doing one side, so basically the width of what we just did the last problem. So I have it written here, and so the first thing I'm going to do, you can do b's if you want. Honestly, it doesn't matter if you do the b's, if you do the variable or the number first. So we factor out the variable. What's the most that we have in both? Well, b3, b8. We can pull out at most b3 from both. Now, which number goes into both 9 and 24? Okay, well, you should do a factor tree if you don't know it right away. All right, so we can pull out 1 and 9. 2 does not, 3 times 3. We've gone all the way around. Here we get 1, 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6, 5 does not, and we've gone all the way around now. So our highest number is 3. 3b cubed. Okay, so I didn't know I had it right, just I didn't know they wanted us to actually finish off the question like we did last problem. So I have to do that. So I got the answer down here by clicking hint. So 3b cubed was the greatest common monomial factor. I thought they just wanted to do half the problem. They want the entire thing. So the rest is 3b to the 5 plus 8. I'll tab over right now to my other window and show you. So once again, so this is what we got. And we're trying to get to here. So what's left over is what I forgot to pull out. Let me write it down here. 3b cubed. Okay. Times what equals this? Well, so 3 times 3 is 9. B cubed times b 5 gives us b8. And then 3 times 8 gives us 24. And b cubed times no more b's, so b0. Right? 3 plus 0 is 3. You don't have to write that. So that b, or any number to 0 is always 1. So this is what I forgot. That's what I got wrong. And now it's right. Okay, so like the first question, and actually I really like the last question too. There's no image on the second one. So we have a width and a length. Yeah, so it's 30k cubed plus 6k squared. And it says the width is the greatest common monomial factor. So let's find the width first. So I'm not going to draw it this time. I'm going to go a little bit faster. So looking at the the coefficients, what's the largest number we can pull out of these? Well, 30 has 6. So the largest number is 6. It's 6 times 6, and 6 times 1, and 6 times 5 is 30. And then we have k cubed, k squared. Well, the highest number we can pull out would be 2k's. So that's the greatest common monomial factor. 6k squared times what is 30k cubed? 5. K. 5 times 6 is 30. K. 1 plus 2 is 3. And finally over here it's just plus 6k squared, so it's going to be plus 1. So we get 6k squared times 1 is equal to 6k squared. So this is our answer. So 5k plus 1 goes up, not there, that's the length. So length is 5k plus 1, and width is 6k squared. Final question. Okay, 14x squared plus 28x 5. All right, so we are just factoring this like the second problem, and I guess really like the first and third problem. So looking at 28, if you look at 14, 14 times 2 is 28. So we can factor out 14. And we have 2 x's, 5 x's, so we can get x squared out here. What's left over? 14x squared times 1 plus 2x cubed. 2 plus 3 is 5. 2 times 14 is 28. So this is our answer. 14x squared, parentheses, see I got exponent land, there we go, 1 plus 2x cubed. And when the computer works, we are done.